It is possible that we would see change in the Iranian leadership in one of the two following ways. One is the possibility of US or Israel taking out Ayatollah Khamenei, the current supreme leader. President Trump said the other day that the US has intelligence about where he is located and where his bunker is. And so there's a possibility that they would be able to take him out. The second possibility is that there are elements within the Revolutionary Guards who might be frustrated with his leadership and management of the country's deterrence, which is now in ruins as a result of about 9 months of serious confrontation between Iran and its allies in the region and Israel, decide that at age 86, he has become too cautious, too passive, too indecisive, and needs to be pushed aside. I do not believe that Moshtaba Khamenei is a likely successor. One has to understand that this is a revolutionary regime that came to power in 1979, overthrowing a dynastic monarchy. It has lost a lot of legitimacy over the years, and now it's at one of its weakest points ever. If it also comes full circle and becomes a hereditary system itself, I think it really removes the last leg that it's standing on, even in the eyes of its own core constituents. It will be a smart move for Ayatollah Khamenei to appoint or push for Hassan Khomeini to become his successor, simply because this is a revolutionary system that was born out of the ideas of its founder, Ayatollah Khomeini, whose grandson remains very popular. He also appears to be a relative moderate and pragmatic figure. And so, in terms of legitimacy, in terms of continuity, institutional memory, Hassan Khomeini would probably be a very wise choice for Ayatollah Khamenei.
تنزل شدید جایگاه در ملت
There are other names that have been circulating now for a while. One is Ayatollah Mohseni Ejei, who's the current chief of the judiciary, and usually, because this is a position that is appointed directly by the supreme leader, is often granted to someone who's very much trusted by the supreme leader. And he has had a track record of being in different security and intelligence machineries of the system, as well as, of course, the judiciary, and therefore has a lot of the credentials that are required for the leadership. There's also a very hardline, extremely ideological Ayatollah known as Mir Bagheri, who is on a spectrum much more hawkish than the current supreme leader.
الرحمن الرحیم دستور جلسه 14.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم ويوم نبعث في كل أمة شهيدا عليهم من
But it is also possible that it would be something that someone that nobody expects, nobody has ever heard of. Because again, if the concept is that the real power behind the veil, which is the current office of the Supreme Leader, in which his son Moshtaba is a key powerful figure, and the Revolutionary Guards are seeking to just preserve the facade of the current system and appoint a leader who's no longer supreme and doesn't really rule and is just a figurehead, then it is possible that they would put forward a candidate that no one has ever heard of and would not really hold the same levers of power that Ayatollah Khamenei has held now for more than 30 years. It is necessary that the Supreme Leader is not a layperson, but a cleric with highest ranking of Ayatollah. But rules are not always obeyed. In 1989, when Ayatollah Khamenei became Supreme Leader, in fact, he was not an Ayatollah, and he was turned Ayatollah almost overnight in a quick process in order to legitimize his rule. But at least the Constitution requires that the Supreme Leader is an Ayatollah.
Mojtaba Khamenei is one of the most influential figures in the Iranian clerical establishment headed by his father, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and among the figures seen as a candidate to succeed him as leader of the Islamic Republic. A mid-ranking cleric who studied under religious conservatives in the seminaries of Qom, Mojtaba is a hardliner with close ties to the Revolutionary Guards, the force mandated to safeguard the Islamic Republic led by Khamenei since 1989. Carrying the clerical rank of Hojat-ul-Islam, Mojtaba, 55, has never held a formal position in the Islamic Republic's government, exercising his influence behind the scenes as the gatekeeper to his father, according to Iran watchers. His role has long been a point of controversy in Iran, with critics rejecting any hint of dynastic politics in a country that overthrew a US-backed monarch in 1979. Khamenei has himself indicated opposition to the idea of dynastic succession. Over the past 20 years, Mojtaba has built close ties with the Guards, giving him added leverage across Iran's political and security apparatus, sources told Reuters. He bears a strong resemblance to his father, and wears the black turban of a Sayyid, indicating his family traces its lineage to the Prophet Muhammad. Critics say Mojtaba lacks the clerical credentials to become supreme leader. Hojat-ul-Islam is a notch below the rank of Ayatollah, the position held by his father and Ruhollah Khomeini, who founded the Islamic Republic.